toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will take the first swing of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Now, obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
From the gun on third down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd... sees momentum. Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with the lone back. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Bulldogs. On to attempt the try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Catch in the middle, it's White. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket? You've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are used.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. You're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football. It's their quarterback, not just the ground game.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Paulo, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Dogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get the 6 points.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Touch pass on the right. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expired, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's Tuggle. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he motors into the... Touchdown, Georgia!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, he'll fire. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to find his man on first down. He wants to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. And he He hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Ole Miss, 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
He wants to pass it on second down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To the ground with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They're going to ride this running back, trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On second down, he'll let it fly. A shot toward the end zone and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's White. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense,
gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a kid.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Dogs have this offense rolling. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it! Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And his throw is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Rebels!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Rashada. It's complete to the right. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways that makers the football in the running game, and I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it.
Receiver.
And just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job.
He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's right on target. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right now.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. On target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Rebels send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offense.
He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
17.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Wants to fire on second down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game.
They intercept it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude. And I love that, especially with these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game. But I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And they got him for the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays.
Going for it all. And it's caught inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And first down for the offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? With the clock running, this should be the final play. On second down, wants to throw. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.